Welcome, welcome, welcome to a brand new episode of the Being Podcast, a safe space I've created for us to come together so that we can encourage one another, share with one another, and for us to take those things in and tweak if we need to the ways in which we believe, engage, innovate, navigate, and gain in every area of our lives. I am your host, Jada, and so excited to be here with you for another new episode for another week. So, I was thinking about this. I'm like, what am I going to get out here and share? And I just went back to what's been tried and true for me for a year or so now, right? Just sharing things that are really on my heart, things that I'm going through, but things that I do hope and believe and pray will inspire even just one person out there. So if that is you, thanks for letting me be in your ear. Or if you're on the YouTube channel, hey, I see you. So I wanted to talk about letting go. You know, there's so many times that we make decisions or we have ideas, we have dreams, we have aspirations, we have all of the things, right? Which are good. That's what I have been here to preach on, if you will, for lack of a better word. But to, really hone in on your self identity, what makes you you, what lights you up, and just makes you excited to just get up and keep going, right? And if you don't know what that is, for you to take time to think about that. Is there something that your younger self, your little self wanted to be, and because now you're doing all the things all the time, you've had to put that to the wayside. So all of those are still very important. And then I talk about, hey, how are you talking to yourself? What are the things that you're saying so that your body can take action, so that you can take action, so you don't get caught up in all of the negative thoughts, whether that's coming from internal or if that's from outside sources, whether maybe it's a partner, a spouse, a parent, society, friends, whoever, right? So we can get caught up in that if we aren't able to be strong and convinced and convicted on our personal beliefs before we start like sharing to others and communicating to other people the things that we desire. And we do that so that they can help us, so that, we can delegate some things if we need to, so that we can reach our goal, to get help in the things that we're not great at, because we were given gifts and talents, but not all of them, right? So, what are the things that we are saying to others so that they can help us to reach those goals, so that we can pour into other people? And then systems and routines, which we haven't gotten into much yet, but we will. It is coming. But I wanted to take a pause for a minute, right? So, what happens when you have something or maybe someone that does not serve the purpose in which you are going towards? Right? What do you do when, you've probably heard that some people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime? So, what do you do with that? Do you just go around treating everybody a certain way? I would like to hope that you don't don't do that. I would also like to, encourage you not to be the one that's always taking, because that's not fun for the other person as well, right? But what happens when you believe that you've poured so much into someone or poured so much into something? Maybe you did have this dream, you had a goal, and you're like, okay, Jada, I sat and I thought about it and I'm getting after it, but you know what? It's kind of not serving me the way that I thought that it would. Or perhaps you're like, I thought I want it to go this way, but no, I'm tweaking a little bit and now I need to change the trajectory and I need to go a different direction. What do you do with that? Because I will tell you, so many people, me included, we get caught up in, okay, I wanted this. So I set out to get this. I may have had to borrow money from someone to do this thing, or I put a lot of time and energy, blood, sweat, and tears into whatever this is, whether it's a product or it's, maybe a class, or again, maybe it's a person. Like, you've done all of this because this is where you thought you want it to go. And let me tell you also, like, I remember growing up, if you've not been around for a while, I thought when I was seven in second grade, like, I'm gonna be a lawyer and I'm gonna drive a 740 Volvo, and I'm gonna have all the things, right? That was my dream. And I promise you, for a long time, probably up until I got ready to go to college, did I want to be an attorney? Not even that. Let me back up and keep going, because I was in my senior semester of my college career, my undergrad, and I was taking an LSAT prep. Like, I really wanted to become a lawyer, so I thought. But I think it's because I had held on to this dream of this is what I wanted to do. I didn't do a lot of research in it. Didn't have lawyers around me. I just, for whatever reason, this is what I wanted to do. I think we had parents coming in and talking, and maybe one of my classmates' dad or somebody was a lawyer, and I'm like, yep, I'm going to do that. I like to talk. I like to argue. Let's get it. So I thought that's what I wanted to be. And I held on to that for a long time. Now, I will say I am grateful that my daddy had a friend, a fraternity brother actually, who was an attorney. And I was getting ready to go to the University of Houston. And he said, that's great. That is a great dream. But let me also tell you that I would encourage you to pick a major in something that you also like, in case you don't go to law school. And I'm so glad that I took that advice, right? That I was able to still pursue that, if you will, but I also had something else in case that didn't work out. And so, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because sometimes what we want, what we desire, may not actually be what we've been built for. Okay. It may not be the end sum game of what we're trying to do while we are here on this side of the earth, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And that is really the point. The point is, just because you thought something or wanted something or dreamt about something, it doesn't mean that there weren't lessons in the journey. It doesn't mean that there weren't things that you can hold on to, that you can pass on to other people, that you can still incorporate in your life, right? And the same can be said for relationships, right? Not every relationship is meant to last forever. And we have to be okay with that. And you're probably like, Jada, what are you going through in your life? Like, where is this coming from? And yes, it is something that is personal for me. Having to learn that, because I desired, a friendship to go a certain way, and it didn't necessarily end that way. It doesn't mean that I take anything from it, right? It's not that I curse the friendship, curse what happened, or upset with time spent. Instead, it's like I had the time to spend, and what was I able to pour into that? What was I able to receive from that? And what am I able to glean and continue to move forward? And knowing that just because we change direction, just because we may pivot and go a different way, it doesn't mean that everything that we have invested in, whatever that is for naught. And that is the point. The point is that we get to continue to live and to thrive and to curate the lives that we want, right? So even if, okay, little Jada wanted to be a lawyer, didn't make it to that, but guess what? I have some lawyer friends. I understand the law a little bit, I did some things that prepared me for that I'm able to still use. And it's not that that time was wasted. It's not that that is lost on me because I didn't accomplish that specific goal. And that is what I want to encourage you today. Like, keep pushing. Learn from everything. As a senior officer in the military, I tell people that I mentor, like, hey, learn from everything and learn from everyone. Okay. You're going to have great, and this is across any industry, any parts of life, right? You're going to have people that are amazing that you're like, I want to be just like that. That is my role model. That is the GOAT. That's who I want to be like, right? You're going to have those people. And you're going to have some people that you like, how did they even make it? I don't even understand how, but it should give you some encouragement. Like, if they made it, I know I can make it too. And also, you can take from them the things that you know are not going to serve you and those that you desire to help. So we learn from everything. We should be grateful for everything. And that is the point of this episode, that, like, just keep going. If you thought you wanted to do this and it turns into something else, but you're taking the steps forward, you are steadily progressing. That is what it's about. It is about learning and getting a little bit better every day. And finally, you may finally arrive at that goal that you set out. You may finally arrive at whatever dream you have or whatever has been downloaded into you to become. And that is the beauty of it all. That is when we get to say, you know what? It might have taken me a long way to get here, but I made it. I'm here. And look at me. I am blessed for all the different aspects of my life that I was able to live and to experience. I mean, from traveling overseas in high school, to playing soccer, to competing in pageants, to going to ROTC, like everything. And now being married and having my babies and being a mom of multiples, right? All these things have built me and allow me to connect with other people and to further see what is my real purpose. And I will say this, even in losing my parents, there's so many lessons that I have learned from them when they were here, to even how their transition went to how I am now on the other side of that, and how I carry that, and how I show up not only for myself but for other people, right? So there is something in everything. You can find the good if you're looking for it. And you can change your mind about anything if you want to, and it's okay. Just keep going. So that's what I wanted to share. Yes, I am still literally standing. I am still thriving. I'm still showing up for myself, for you, and for anyone who you happen to share this with. Hint, hint, share it. And I just appreciate you. I appreciate all of you for listening, for watching, for staying here as I'm still trying to figure it out. this, some of this will probably change, but that's only because I am trying to do the work to make it better for you. So thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for loving and supporting me. It means the world. And I'm going to keep pushing too. I'm going to keep taking everything that I've learned and already postured for what I will learn to just become a little bit better every day. And that's what I want you to do. All right. Until next week.